Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, January 12th. Here's what's happening. President Trump says the U.S. is considering strong options on Iran as protests continue.
Iran called to negotiate. Yesterday. The leaders of Iran called they want to negotiate. I think they're tired of being beat up by the United States.
Trump was asked Sunday on Air Force One if Iran was crossing a red line, saying he felt like they were starting to. He went on to say the U.S. is looking into some strong options and will make a decision. In his Angelus address yesterday, Pope Leo XIV called for peace in the region. The Holy Father said, quote, that dialogue and peace will be cultivated with patience in pursuit of the common good of the whole society. Roughly 600 people are estimated to have died during protests in Iran that began over economic grievances but have morphed into the biggest anti-government demonstrations in years. President Trump is denying any knowledge of the Justice Department's investigation into the Federal Reserve after the agency subpoenaed the central bank Friday. He made that claim in a statement to NBC News on Sunday. Powell said the potential indictment comes from his June Senate testimony concerning renovations to Federal Reserve office buildings. He characterized the subpoenas as the latest attempt to influence the Fed and its interest rate decisions. Jury selection in Luigi Mangioni's federal trial will start in September. The accused health insurance CEO killer was in a Manhattan courtroom Friday, where the judge set a tentative date of September 8th to start choosing jurors. The judge said she'll consider whether to dismiss one of the charges that carries the death penalty. How about this for your baby's baptismal certificate? Yesterday, on the feast of the Baptism of the Lord, Pope Leo XIV carried on a 45-year-old tradition of baptizing infants of Vatican employees in the Sistine Chapel. In his homily, the Holy Father reflected on God entering human history, saying, quote, He is the Holy One among sinners, who desires to dwell among us without keeping distance, indeed, assuming fully all that is human. In total, 20 children were baptized during the Mass.
Arrows of neon and flashing marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all on the same street. A typical city in
Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead has passed away. Weir co-founded the Grateful Dead after meeting Jerry Garcia as a teenager in Palo Alto, California, and sang on some of the band's biggest hits, including the 1970 classic Truckin'. Last December, the band was honored by Guinness World Records for having the most top 40 albums in Billboard history, beating Elvis and Frank Sinatra. On Saturday, his family announced on Instagram that Bob Weir had passed away from a lung issue at the age of 78. And that's the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.